So today I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation State of Play that happened last week. I know it did happen last week. I think it was on Tuesday. I kind of wanted it to like fester a little bit in the media. I kind of wanted to get my thoughts together and actually watch it in silence and actually focus on the trailers themselves because I kind of had it playing in the background while I was playing another video game. There's just certain games that I saw, even though there weren't that many. There were certain games that I saw that actually interested me. Alright, so for the first game is Hell is Us. Hell is Us is a game I was kind of interested when they showed the trailer last week. I'm pretty sure this is also the game that they previewed, like 2 years ago, along with the Stellar Blade trailer. I don't know, I think it was that same game, but now it actually has like an actual title. It just looks cool. I have nothing else really to say about it because I don't know anything, but it looks cool. Other than that, I have Metro Awakening VR. This looks like it's just a retelling of the first Metro, but in VR, or at least like its own original storyline in VR. I think it looks cool. I love the Metro series. I've played all of them on the hardest difficulty, Ranger Hardcore. I had so much fun doing it. I did it about like twice. All right, so I'm deep into the Metro series. The next game is Arcade Chronicles. Arcade looks like it's going to be some type of like medieval Souls-like. It seems like it's more linear though than an actual Souls game. But for some reason, I don't know, it just looks nice. I mean, it just looks interesting. I like Souls type games. I still have yet to play Liza P though, and I still have yet to play that other one. I forgot what it was, but it released like I think the same year, but earlier in that same year as Liza P. But yeah, it looks great. I can't wait to try it. Our next game is Dynasty Warriors Origins. I'm sorry. I've always heard of this Dynasty Warriors game, but I've never really, like, I guess you could say, paid attention to it. But this recent trailer actually looked super cool. It looks like just a hack and slash. It's weird. I don't know. But it looks like a cool, like, setting at least. Yeah, I want to see what the combat is more at from it, because it looks like it's just literally hacking and slashing everything. Because bro, this guy was swinging around like what, a Guandao type of pole arm. This guy was literally juggling like 15 enemies in front of him. It was kind of ridiculous. You're kind of wondering why I'm kind of like blowing through these, and that's because I want to talk about the last three on this list. Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, my experience with the Monster Hunter games is very limited. The only one I have played is Monster Hunter World. That was only because it was on Game Pass. I only played about like 2 hours, 3 hours of it because I'm not gonna lie, I was the only one playing it. It kind of sucks playing by yourself unless you're like really deep into it, which I wasn't, so I kind of just dropped it. But it looked like an interesting game. I thought it was super cool, you know, looking at it grow over the years, you know, seeing them drop collabs with like other Capcom games such as like Devil May Cry. Like I'm pretty sure you could get Dante's jacket, which is pretty cool, or his Devil Sword Sparta, which is really awesome. I really wish I got the chance to actually like keep playing it, but Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm going to actually play this at least frequently because I have friends now that actually do like it. So we'll see where that goes. Shout out to the engineer chick, whoever that blondie is. She reminds me of Cindy from Final Fantasy 15. So you already know how I feel about her. Now, next game we have is Lego Horizon Adventures. For some reason, people think the Horizon games suck. And I'm going to be honest, those are people who just haven't played it. Or that game is just not for them. Because I'm going to be honest, my first time playing the Horizon games was on the PS5. And that was because it had the PlayStation greatest hits thing going on with the PlayStation Plus. So you could play some of PS4's greatest games, you know, for free. So I decided to play Horizon and I fell in love with it. I thought it was such an interesting story and ended up playing the next game, which was Forbidden West. Now, the reason why I want to play this one specifically is not because it's Horizon. I mean, that does play a part in it, but because it's Legos. Now, for Lego adaptation of other video games or other sources of media, it's comedy, bro. I mean, you could just see from like Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and Harry Potter, like these are just comedic. They do try to stay at least faithful to what the story was being told in the original like stories, but at the same time, bro, this is gonna be comedy, bro. I'm actually so interested in playing this simply for the fact that it's just gonna be comical to play. And lastly, we have Ghost of Yote. There's been a lot. I can't even stress enough how much controversy this game is already under, and it hasn't even been released. We're not even in the same year of its release. The protagonist, it's a woman. Who fucking cares? I'm a be straight up. Who cares? I'm just happy that they're making an original story with a different character. I know how people feel like where they're like, "Oh, I don't like how they're changing my beloved characters into women, like get this woke stuff out of here." For me, I specifically don't like people using an already existing character to make basically, I guess you could say, like a gender flipped version. I would rather you make an original character that's from that same series, basically give them their own identity. I think it makes for a much better story. Like let's say this, like James Bond, right? I think James Bond was a woman in one of the movies. I didn't watch it. I might be getting this information wrong, but people didn't like that James Bond was a woman, right? I think I was hearing that a lot. It's James Bond. James Bond. I could see why people were mad with that. Now, if it was like, let's say, I don't know, his daughter or some chick that he adopted from a mission that he was once at, that would be a really cool story. Like, he raised her up to be just like him. That would be cool. But with Ghost of Yote, at least this is literally 300 years after Jin Sakai's story. Like, this guy isn't even alive anymore. And I've always been saying this since Ghost of Tsushima has been out, given I've only played the director's cut came out, because that was when the new difficulty came out. So with the new difficulty, that's when I first started playing. I got the opportunity to plat it. That was actually one of my first games that I platted on the PS5. Before I stray off from the main thing, the reason why I didn't think there was going to be a Ghost of Tsushima 2 was because his story was done. The Ghost of Tsushima was the Ghost of Tsushima because of what he had to become when the Mongols invaded. Why would there be a Ghost of Tsushima 2? What is he going to be a ghost for? He's done. The Mongols are gone. He already basically disbanded himself from the Shimura clan. This guy's an outlaw. He just has to live the rest of his life in the woods somewhere, just in secret. There's nothing else for him to do. I like the Ghost of Yote because it's an original story. Given it's on a different island, I think it's called the Ghost of Yote because of a mountain. I can't wait. I think it's going to be super cool. I think the time period is going to match up with what they're trying to tell, at least. And I don't know why people are getting mad that it's a woman when there's literally been women in military or actually using weapons and fighting before. I'm pretty sure that at least with ninjas or something like that, or I guess you could say assassins, women were preferred because they could just manipulate men easier. Like, is that not like common sense? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to from that state of play, because I got some bangers here. I mean, these games look super cool. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.